What's up, you bunch of truckers? I'm coming to you right now in my truck. Well, it's been mine for a while, but I have assumed the role of driving this girl down the road. And guys, let me say, everything's been going on in trucking and stuff. I've been really humbled, and well, I had to step down out of my hood truck. I mean, it only makes sense to get it in this truck until I figure out what I'm going to do. Sell this beat outright, find a driver, put in it, or sell my W9, which I spoke with one of my mentors, successful business owner, trucking company, shop, brokerage, and I told him a story, and he said, you're in a good position right now because you've got an asset being that Kenworth. You could sell that and help get you back on track. He said, if it was me, that's what I would do, looking at it from a business point of view. So I'm leaning towards selling the W9. If you're interested, let me give me some offers down in the comments. What would you get for it? Because I'd rather sell it to somebody that's a subscriber, somebody that watches me, somebody that's been around the truck since 2017, and seen all the things that been done and went through with the W9. And does it make me sad? Absolutely. But I think I've been humbled, and I gotta take my pride and my ego out of the situation. I can't, in business, you can't hold on to attachment and hope for a better, brighter day. It's just, it don't make sense. So I've been humbled, and I've came to terms with selling my truck. So anyway, let's talk about this new to-be truck. First time I've been driven one of these trucks, besides the time, when I went and picked it up in Oklahoma City at Heartland Truck Sales back in December of 23. I was like, I did not like this truck. It drives good, don't get me wrong. It drives good, but I like my big old hood out there. And my view now is like a windshield. I can't see my hood. I mean, if I do that, I can. I didn't like it. I've been in the hood truck. What is that? Last 8 years, almost 9 years. I was in my dream truck. So I grabbed a load. I was in a Kenworth, and I grabbed a load coming down to Atlanta the other day. I think it last, I don't know, lose track of days. Anyway, it was on the 24th. I grabbed the load. Stoney had dropped the truck off on the 24th, and I swung through Chattanooga and stopped at the yard and swapped out trucks. I was like, it makes sense to drive this one. It's very fuel efficient. It got more room in here. It just makes sense money-wise. And hang around, because I'm going to give you an example of the hood truck versus this truck on my first loaded pickup and delivery load. It might surprise you. It sure as hell did me. Anyway, I stopped at the house. I swapped out trucks, got a reset. Then me and the wife, we went to the yard and swapped out all my stuff, the side boxes, and got everything in here, got everything situated. And the next morning, took me back to the truck, I got in it, and I proceeded to go to my delivery in Atlanta. And I'm gonna tell you guys real brutally honest, the first 15 to 35 minutes, I was hating life. I hated what I was doing. I did not like the way this girl feels, acts, drives, sounds, nothing. I did not like it. And I was like, is this my thoughts or is this my ego because it's not Ellie Mae? And I was like, just give us some time, Sammy, until we figure things out, this is what you got to do. But after about an hour or two, right before I got to Atlanta, I went straight to where I was delivering to at Saddle Creek and down there on Industrial Boulevard. They've actually stepped up their game and got overnight parking and got a lot of the riffraff stuff out of the way. They had some dumpsters and crop trailers. Anyway, they got it out of the way. Stoney delivered there about 3 to 4 days prior to this, and he told me about this. He said, if it was me, he said, I'd go on down there. He said, because that delivery I just took down to Saddle Creek, he said, I wheeled in at 4:30 and there's like 3 trucks in the parking lot. He said, it's wide open. He said, the guard said they cleaned it up. We don't have that problem no more. They're running anybody off, and they will knock on your door. They knocked on my door twice. Late at night, and morning shift wanted to see my paperwork, make sure I was actually delivering there. So they will run you off. But anyway, I went there, I parked, got unloaded, and well, I was like, well, let's find another load. Grabbed another load, and this is what I was like, all right, now let's put this old girl to the test. I've got the feel for her. She's starting to grow on me. It's different. It's different. It's like jumping out of a pickup truck into your wife's car. This thing drives, it feels like a car. It's weird. I'm not used to that. I'm used to I'm used to a grunt. I'm used to a man's man truck. You know what I'm saying? Something daggum feels like a truck. This thing feels like a car. It's like I'm driving a little Kia Soul. Drives great, by the way. Took me a little bit to get used to it. It's a lot different. But after I got used to it, I mean, the old girl's growing on me. I'm really liking it, and I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to do this. And I'm okay to sell my W-9 and stay in this truck. Completely confident to stay in this truck. And as I said in a previous video, the fuel mileage alone is going to, the savings alone to make the truck payment. So it's like I got a free truck. It's like I still don't have a truck payment. Because let me tell you, I picked up a load. Now, granted, it was only 18,000 pounds. Now, the night going down, I had 20,000 in the box. And when I got to the yard down there and dropped off, I shared this clip on my Facebook link, but I'm sharing it with you guys now. It was 62 miles from when I filled up at Cartersville TA to the delivery with 20,000 pounds. This is what I had. So, grab this next load. It was only 17,000 pounds in the box. And I drove a little different. I drove, trying to feel what this truck's doing. Like, where's the best ride economically? And I finished that load out with a little under 500-mile trip at 8.7 miles to the gallon. So I'm an analytical mind. I'm curious. So I jumped in my books and I looked for a load that I pulled recently in Ellie Mae since the rebuild. And I found one that was 19,000 pounds. I found one that's 14,000 pounds. And look at all these different weights. And based on that and what I did, I would have averaged about 6'2 to 6'3 the way I've been driving Ellie Mae. I sped up a little bit in the last year or three. Anyway, I'd been at 6'2 to 6'3. And I crunched the numbers based on that 8'7 to 6'2, 6'3. Just say 6'2. 8'7 to 6'2. That 500-mile trip, I saved almost $80 in fuel alone with one load. Now, if you say you do that $80 savings on every load, say you run 20 loads a month, that's a lot of money. That's way more than this truck payment. So I was really beside myself, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to like this Pete even better. And yeah, so still dropped off that load, ended up in Charlotte to go pick up a convention show load at the convention center in downtown Charlotte, which I got all that on video too, going in and out of the convention center. It's the first time there, so I had to capture it. Anyway, went in there. I'll probably upload that video in a day or two as soon as I get it, cut and edited and uploaded. All right, expedition, go. And now I'm down here in Florida. And today, well, yesterday I parked. I've got about 28,000 pounds in the box now of audio video gear. And from Charlotte down to Richmond Hill, TA, shit, what is that? 280 miles, if that. It's not very far. So, me and Baker, my co-pilot, we ended up there and went to that bar across the street. He's been dying to take me there for years. It's called Snazzy's. That's a cool bar, man. Really good food as well. And a lot of the locals in there I've talked to that's locals there, I mean, they're cool people. Cool bar. It's worth the walk across the 4-lane from the TA to Snazzy's. Good food, good beer, good atmosphere. Got pool tables and stuff in there. Pretty cool. Anyway, I parked last night. As soon as I popped the brake, I was at 8.4. And it was close to 8.3 because by the time I let the engine cool down from idling, it dropped down to 8.3. Now that's with 28,000 pounds in the box. 8.3. I was like, all right, we're going to try something different tomorrow, being today. I'm going to speed up a little bit. So today, from Richmond Hill, Savannah, and I'm about 100 miles out from Miami. So roughly about 300 miles. all day today, I've been running 65 to 72, just depending on the boost. And right now, it's 7.8. It was 8.2 until I went through a thunderstorm. And it dropped me all the way down to 7.7. And I built it back up. I'm at 7.8 right now. But I'm still running. I'm like, right now, I'm like 66, 67 miles an hour. Boost is sitting on about 11 pounds. So even running, oh, she just clicked up to 7.9. And even running faster, it's still efficient. And twice now I've had to deadhead. See, that one load I dropped in Florida at Saddle Creek, I had to deadhead, back up to Calhoun somewhere. Anyways, 80, 90 mile deadhead. I was deadheading this truck, running about 60, just keeping the boost down, at 10.4 miles to the gallon deadhead. I was like, awesome, see if we can do that next time. So whenever I dropped off in Lewisburg, North Carolina, I had to bounce 180 miles to Charlotte. And by the time I got there, I was at 10.3 miles to the gallon, deadhead. In LMA, 7.5 would have been the best. I'm telling you guys, the fuel savings on this truck alone is just mind-blowing. So that made me really like this beat a lot better. I've grew into it, and I like the ride now. I don't like the seat. I done got used to that Sears Atlas seat that I just bought and put in the W9. So in the near future, as soon as I get me some funds up, I'm going to be spending another $1,400 to get me another Sears Atlas. Because this seat's all right. It's comfy. It's just a factory seat. Actually, it's got a new cushion in it. Stoney swapped the cushion from the passenger over here. I don't know, like within 5-6 months ago. Oh my God, did I just pass Driven Trucking's truck? I think it did, because Driven Trucking's truck, if you know, it's got a Talladega fiberglass visor, white. He took the dome off of it, but he still had the rivets up there. I'm about 80% sure I just passed Driven Trucking's truck. It's still on the road. It just went past me on I-95. Cool. That's cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm really starting to like this truck. I like the room. And I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. I don't know what to do with all this room. I've already been measuring, inspecting. I'm like, that TV mount right there, I'm about to put a shelf on there, and I'm gonna take my printer that's up here where a microwave or convection oven can go. I'm gonna put my printer over there and make a little office area. And this big ass closet. You got that much room inside that closet, like 6 foot, it seems. Come on, girls, I need over. So I'm like, I don't need that much space for shirts. I've got like 13 shirts in there now, and I pushed them over to the side to see how much space I can free up. I only need about that much space for my shirts to hang. And that leaves up about that much room in that cabinet. So I'm like, all right, I'll get me a couple mounts, brackets, and I'm gonna fabricate, and I'm gonna do it all. It ain't gonna be no get neck stuff, you know, it's gonna be good stuff. Put me some shelves in there for, you know, underwear, socks, towels, you know, whatnot, just whatever. It's just extra storage that it's not being utilized right now. It's a waste of space. And then I got looking at this right here from the upper bunk storage area, and I was like, I could totally put me a pull bar in there to do pull-ups. It's pretty solid. I think it'd hold. Anyway, that's down the road. Just different plans of what I'm about to do to this truck. You know, I've been humbled, like I said in the beginning. I was kind of forced because it made sense to jump in this truck and drive this truck to save money. But at this moment, I'm digging it. I guess, you know, you put 2,000 miles down, 1,500 maybe 1,500. I'm digging it. Like I said, it rides so good, it rides smooth. I did have to put some steer tires on it because y'all, it wasn't good, y'all. It wasn't good. I need to put that in the next video too. I captured that as well. I've just been busy with other things, and I gotta get all these videos that I've already done uploaded and give you guys some entertainment. But yeah, I did have to put two new steers on it. One of the shocks is leaking, so I was like, what's the shocks cost? And he was like $120. He said, man, they're proud of them. I was all right, I can get that if I go home for $8. I said, $40 more. How much you charge me to put them on? And all in all, it was like, I don't know, 80 bucks. I was like, it's hot as balls, and I'm not going home. I don't want to do this. I don't want to break out my wrenches and do this, you know, in the heat of the day. I was like, all right, put new shocks on it as well. So 2 new shocks, 2 new spare tires, and she's riding and gliding. And she needs a slight alignment. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's way within spec. Like if I'm on the center of the road, she'll drive straight. If I'm on the crest of the road or the crown of the road, right lane, like right now it's smooth, and she's going straight to narrow. And now she's starting to veer. I mean, there, hit the line. So as soon as I get to see Chad or his boy in Kansas City, I'm gonna do an alignment on it and make her ride even better. But yeah, guys, like I said, just giving you guys an update. I'm kind of digging this truck. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. As I will put more videos out all about this Peterbilt 579. If you like the video, guys, give me a big old thumbs up, and remember, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. See you, bye.